Hello there, this is Anna. So this video is how to navigate Discord and what to look for as far as trading. Now, I have to share something for a second to go over some disclosure before we get started. So for all traders and investors, this is only for educational purposes. Futures and options and all instrument in trading contain substantial risk and are not suitable for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more initial investment. Do not enter any trade without fully understanding the worst case scenarios of the trade, and do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Past performance of an investment is not necessarily indicative of future's result. No assurance can be given that any implied recommendation will be profitable or not be subject to losses. Please contact your registered financial advisors before taking any investment. So we are done with that. Now let's go over what you need to look for. So this is the general tab. So the general tab actually is where everybody goes. So the general tab is like where everybody talks. Sometimes I put some trades in there, but really this is where you want to click the trades, to if you want to get notification on the trades, that's where it's at, going to be in open and closed trades. So, and there are timestamps. Okay, so those are the trades for the day. If it's closed, it would say stop out, close, whatever, edited, things like that, stop loss, and whatever. The learning tab are where you find all the strategies that had been gathered and, like the support resistance trade, okay, the trend line, the Fibonacci retracement. I am exactly teaching you how to form it, how Discord organized. So I just need to erase that because this is going to be um, Discord organized. So you don't need that. So now this is attaching stop loss to an indicator or profit to an indicator in NinjaTrader. This one is how to create a credit spread, the M&W pattern. This one have to place a bracket order on Thinkorswim tutorial. This one is the OCO orders in Thinkorswim platform. This is for the NinjaTrader to do an ATM on NinjaTrader. This one is also an OCO breakout, no ATM in NinjaTrader, how to do it. And here's the room strategy that we use all the time. Okay, the VWAP and return to the mean trade are very important because we use them all the time. The second standard deviation, return to the mean trade. I want you to go over them a lot, like literally, and the sniper trades. The NinjaTrader volume profile strategy, how to play earnings. You can use that too, but they're all like kind of factor in on what you know over time to how to do the earnings. But it's up to you if you're biased on the long or the short side. So that could be very. The end of day recap. The end of day recap is whatever we traded that particular day, long or short, what could have happened or not. So this is where you want to go over certain things, what happened during the day, so you can remember, if you see that strategy, the W pattern, the M pattern on the upper MPD bands, or is it crossing above the VWAP, things like that. Are we going to R2? Are we shorting on R2? Are we going long on S2 and target the pivot? Okay, or target the VWAP perhaps. So that's that. Also in midday recap, that's where it's at. The webinar, if you missed the webinar or you didn't attend it, it'll be here. And then the bot, this is where sometimes I post certain things in there as far as what the bot is doing, from time to time. The night futures trade, this is where I post the actual targets. actual targets for the night for the futures to close to the 3 o'clock to, I don't know, early in the morning targets. Okay, so sometimes I have two different series. So a series ones would be, an entry from 6 to 8, 6 to 9, and then the second one would be like at 9 to 10 o'clock, because I have to measure from high to low from there, and then continue to 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's how it's laid out. So if you see 18 to 19, this means this is like a second level updated, that's going to the 3, 4 o'clock in the morning targets to the early morning before cast session is open. So the members, some are like posting here whatever chart that they wanted to do, the morning outlook, what I'm looking for, if I'm short or long, early in the morning. Okay, the indicator, this is where you get your TOS, BWAP colors and things like that. Um, the pre indicator, that's the BWAP that we use, and you, literally is just free for everyone. And the MPD is in there too. So here also the option Vault. Okay, so this is where I explain, giving you the chart, wait for 30, debit spread, yada, 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 things like that. That's where everything is. So if you have any questions or anything, let me know. Okay, thank you. You guys have a good night.